Made in China. We've become accustomed to seeing the label on products manufactured in the world's second biggest economy, but buying one of these products in China instead of, say, the US doesn't guarantee you're getting a better price. So why is that? And what does it truly mean to be made in China? To start looking for some answers, I visited two shopping hubs, Los Angeles in the United States and Beijing in China.
Is this 2133? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. 谢谢.
Chinese tourists have built a reputation for being big spenders abroad, spending a whopping $277 billion in 2018, much more than any other nationality.
A lot of times people think that purchasing something in China will be inexpensive, but that isn't always the case.
So how much of a difference are we talking? I sought out 4 products from 4 popular Western brands to compare.
Starbucks, H&M, Adidas store, a Godiva store. US brands are everywhere I look in this area. I even just spotted a Red Lobster.
To keep things consistent, I'm using 2019's average foreign exchange rate. The products I'm comparing are
Standard black t-shirt, H&M. Grande cappuccino.
Godiva chocolates
谢谢.
and an Adidas hat.
I feel like this shirt would be half the price in the US.
But I'm wrong. The shirt at H&M is priced nearly the same in the US and China. A grande Starbucks cappuccino will cost you $4.63 in Beijing, but
in Los Angeles, California, $3.95.
This case of Godiva chocolates called Pearls is priced at $7.24 in Beijing, but only $3.95 in LA. And this Adidas hat will set you back $42.27 in China, nearly double the price of a similar hat in the US. My small experiment has made one thing clear. Pricing is complicated. So much so that websites have popped up like the Mac Index, a site that compares Apple product prices from around the world.
So many ads for Apple here in this area.
According to an analysis by Tech Insights, the cost to make an Apple iPhone Pro is $490.50. Yet, according to the Mac Index, the price to buy one is $1,318 in Japan, $1,477 in the US, $1,658 in mainland China, and more than $2,000 in Turkey and Peru. Prices vary across countries due to factors like demand, tariffs, and tax refunds. And then there's the supply chain, the network of people, organizations, activities, information, and resources involved in the creation of a product. Apple's current CEO, Tim Cook, is considered by some to be a mastermind in supply chain. He first joined Apple in 1998 with a mandate to clean up the company's manufacturing and distribution. Over time, he closed factories and warehouses, instead opting for contract manufacturers. Many of those contract manufacturers are in China. That's great for Apple's profit margins, but it's certainly not praised by President Trump, who has asked Apple to make its products in the US. But that may be easier said than done. If, say, iPhone production was moved to the US instead of China, different analyses show the price for the consumer could go up anywhere from $30 or $40 to hundreds of dollars to even $30,000 or $100,000. That's partially why, despite Apple pledging to invest more money in American manufacturing, it maintains China as its hub for making its gadgets.
When you say made in country X, it's really an oversimplification of what it really is.
That's Omar Slim, a senior portfolio manager at global asset manager PineBridge.
You know, when you hear about made in this country or that country, it's really quite relative, and it's a simplification of things because it's most likely made in a number of countries.
Here's an example. Let's say we want to make lasagna for dinner. If Jeff cooks the ground beef and prepares the cheese, Sarah makes the tomato sauce and layers the ingredients into a pan, and Blair, who bought all the ingredients, puts it in the oven. Who gets the credit for making the lasagna? Now let's apply that to Apple's iPhone. While the phone might say made in China, some parts of it come from other parts of Asia, Europe, and even the US. But here's the catch. Even though an iPhone may be assembled in China, it's still tariffed in China as a US product because Apple is an American company. The brand makes that clear with its etching "Designed by Apple in California."
How they're treated in terms of customs, they will be treated as a US product. So regardless of where they come, it's essentially a US product. Same for Chinese products going into the US, and same for instance, European cars.
China became a popular manufacturing hub in the 1980s after it started to open to the world. It became known for its cheap labor costs, lax regulations, and business-friendly environment. As China's manufacturing sector grew, it took the crown from Germany as the world's top exporter in 2010. Today, it's followed directly by the US and Germany. While made in China has become synonymous with cheap and low-quality products, China is hoping to change that. In 2015, it launched a Made in China 2025 initiative, which aims to shift its economy from low-end manufacturing to high-end, high-tech products, and it could already be well underway. In 2017, Tim Cook said China lost its place as a low-labor cost manufacturing nation many years ago. So, if so, why is so much of its manufacturing done there? Well, because of the skill and sheer volume of engineers, he said, saying Apple's products require advanced tooling and engineers.
In the US, you could have a meeting of tooling engineers, and I'm not sure we could fill the room. In China, you could fill multiple football fields.
The US-China trade war resulted in a tit-for-tat increase in tariffs on many products. With increasing costs being passed on to consumers, many companies are looking to diversify their supply chain instead of being so reliant on China. That sentiment has only grown following the coronavirus pandemic's hit on the global manufacturing industry.
Along that supply chain, there will be some companies that instead of manufacturing it in China, if they could try to replace.
In fact, companies including Apple, Microsoft, and Google are reportedly looking into moving some of their hardware production from China to Vietnam or Thailand, but that might be harder than it sounds.
The other countries will have a hard time to compete, along with the fact that the infrastructure in China is quite good, along with the fact that certain countries would not want to compromise their relationship with China.
The reality today is that a product likely has many components which are sourced globally. A phone may be designed in the US, but its screen could be sourced from South Korea. The sensors and microchips may be from Taiwan or Germany, with its assembly in China. So the next time you see a product with the words "Made in China," remember that the full story is seldom pure and never simple.
Hey guys, it's Uptin. Thanks for watching. Check out more of our videos and let me know in the comments, do you think that China will remain the world's manufacturing hub? While you're at it, subscribe to our channel and I'll see you soon.